Welcome to another episode where we shall be discussing real estate scams. My name is Benedicta Kibiro of C.Mputhia Company Advocates. Let me take you through and give you some gems. The promise of owning a home at an affordable cost is almost always a deal too hard to resist. To better understand how easy it is for thousands of Kenyans to be duped in those fake housing scams, let's have a quick look at the following scenario. John was eagerly looking for a house since he had just moved back to Kenya from Canada and came across an advertisement on Facebook with a real estate known as non-existent properties to rent and sell apartments in Lavington. The advertisement was clear that it was a 3-bedroom apartment going for a whopping price of Kenyan shillings 3 million. From the details on the website, John decided to call the agent, Mr. Gakuyo of non-existent properties. He told Mr. Gakuyo that he wanted to know the details of the apartment and how he can be able to view the same apartment. Mr. Gakuyo further went on and told him that for him to be able to go through with that process, he must then deposit a 10% of the 3 million in a given bank account. John made the payment, and immediately upon calling and confirmation of the same from Mr. Gakuyo's number, he noticed that the number was off and Mr. Gakuyo could not be reached. John went to see his lawyer for legal advice. His lawyer has advised John that he can sue for the contract fraud since Gakuyo presented misleading, false, and deceitful information regarding the existence of the property. His lawyer has advised that in order to identify real estate scams, the following red flags could point out to real estate scams. Scam number 1, lack of adequate documentation. One needs to be able to see adequate documentation to be able to understand what he or she is getting into when it comes to real estate property. Pressure to take quick action on the sellers and pressuring buyer to make purchase. This is an alarming and very interesting way of sellers trying to dupe Kenyans into buying property, because they rush you and make sure that you make payments and never get to see the property. Unattainable promises. Kenyans should be able to understand that they should look out for unattainable promises. How to avoid real estate scams. Don't fall for unrealistic prices. Prices which are too low may be prices which are duping you to be able to fall so deep and be convinced that the property is doable. Use official and verified real estate platforms. There are platforms which are verified for real estate acquisition. Kindly make sure to use such. Pay only after visiting the property. The mistake most of us do is we pay before we visit the property. And after we pay, we see, as in this particular scenario, the people go missing. Sign a letter of offer and sale agreement. This is a contract of sale. Under contracts, the contract will be good and doable only if you sign. Always conduct due diligence. Make sure you visit the premises. Make sure you go and check out whether the property is there. Meet the sellers in person. Don't pay without meeting the sellers in person, because if you do, you might be paying to someone who doesn't even offer such real estate properties as said so. If you believe that you are a victim of real estate fraud, you can follow the following steps. If you reveal that your bank account information, change your PIN or access information right away. In the event of mortgage fraud, contact your mortgage service provider, and as such, you will be in a good space. The last one is inform the police about the real estate scam. Thank you so much for giving me your time and hearing what I had to offer. Till you hear from us next, this was a very beautiful show. I'm glad you enjoyed and gathered some knowledge. Thank you.